Can you do a video on the Ark of the Covenant and why a man died when he touched it? Oh, poor Uzzah. Well, yeah. So this comes from this passage here. And in it, the Ark of the Covenant is, well, first let's explain what that is. Here's a picture of it. This is an artist rendering. We don't actually know what it really looked like. But I'd say the one in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's, a Hollywood facsimile, but not bad. They definitely did their homework on it. Now, the Ark itself actually held a few things. It held these items, 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod, things like that. One thing we have to understand is that God's presence was on the Ark. It wasn't that it was a magical box. It was God's holy presence was on it. And he gave very specific instructions on how to transport it. When they were transporting it, incorrectly I might add, it began to fall. And Uzzah, meaning well, reached out to try to secure it. He didn't want it to fall and have the lid come off and then, or it could get damaged. But when he touched it, he died. And that's because Uzzah was not God. Uzzah was living in a sinful body like the rest of us. It is making it clear to everyone that God's holiness is not an arbitrary thing. It's not just something to think about. It is something to take seriously. So when God says, "Be holy as I am holy," we need to understand how high of a bar that is to hit. We can't possibly succeed at that. So people will say, well, wasn't that unfair of God to do that? Well, first off, we don't know Uzzah's fate, he very easily could be in heaven right now, rejoicing with everybody. Hey, I got there early. Hey, yay! Going to heaven's not a bad thing. That's one thing we have to understand. When people die, it's okay to be sad because you're going to miss them for a while, but don't be sad because they're missing out on this life. If you know that they're with the Lord, then celebrate because they're better off than us.